If I could say one skill that I don't see on job descriptions for CHRO or chief learning officers, etc., I would say it has to be resilience, hands down. The ability to be resilient. The reason I say that is when you're in leadership development, you're really at an intersection of HR, the strategy of the business, the culture of the organization, but you're also trying to drive transformative change. And when you're trying to do all of those things, you have a lot of competing stakeholders in that space. And so the resilience is going to come in because you've got to be able to make mistakes, to drop the ball, to stand firm in what you're trying to accomplish in the face of some resistance or some conflicting priorities. I find that a lot of job descriptions don't highlight resilience as much as they should because it's such a necessary quality if you're going to be in leadership development space. One that I think a lot of organizations get wrong is separating leadership development from culture. They think they're two separate things, and they're actually hand in hand. Oftentimes, organizations see leadership development as an afterthought. It's a reactive measure. Either they've undergone a large change or they have a merger or an acquisition that's impacting the greater organization. And so as a result, they say we need to have leadership development. But what I feel is what they get wrong is that leadership development shouldn't be a response to a change or a problem. It should be a part of the entire culture of the organization. It should be a part of the strategy from the start. So I think instead of seeing it as a response or a solution to a change, organizations need to view leadership development as something that's necessary regardless of if there's a large change or an impetus to start it. It should be something that's part of the organization organically. I like to use a combination of quantitative and qualitative measurements. A lot of leadership development professionals know we have to measure. Kirkpatrick's 4 levels of evaluation tell us that. And so the quantitative piece is important, but qualitatively, that's the stories that come out of your leadership development program, the number of leaders who have graduated your program who are now promoted or they have some internal mobility. It's the content that we see on social media from leaders saying that they now see coaching differently or they view feedback differently. I think those stories, that qualitative data is what resonates with the C-suite. It resonates with the other people in the space online who are seeing that. They want to be a part of it. They're actually seeing someone be transformed, and I think that's a measurement that not enough people put emphasis on. NPS scores are great, retention levels are great, but also where are the stories and how can we see for a fact that our leaders are truly changing their behavior and changing how they lead. It's those qualitative stories that I think really show where your metrics are making an impact on the individuals.